What's up guys, it's Rowan here from Smart TV, and a question I'm constantly asked by students is, when should I start doing past HSC papers? You know, is it ever too early? Is it ever too late? I think you know the answer to that question. But my point is, in this video, what I'm going to be sharing with you is when you should actually start doing past HSC papers and how you can do it as well. Let's jump in and find out. So often students actually leave it too late to start doing past HSC papers. And so for example, I hear students always say to me, you know what, I'm going to do 5 to 10 past papers, before my assessment and my exam to make sure I'm prepped. And then when they get there, they've run out of time, they're stressed, they're overwhelmed, and they're lucky maybe to do 2 or 3 past papers. Now, past papers are really critical though, right? Because past papers are going to enable you to, number one, actually apply the knowledge and the content that you've learned to questions. So it's going to help you develop that skill of application, and that's going to actually build your memory and your recall, which is really, really key. Secondly though, what it's also going to do is it's going to give you pattern recognition. By exposing yourself to questions, you're going to see the common types of tricks the questions often are trying to, mess you up on so that you can avoid them and get the questions right. And the third reason why they're really, really critical is that by actually doing them, they're a diagnosis tool for you. They tell you what you do know, what you don't know, what you suck at, so you can work at it. But for these 3 reasons, it's also really critical that you start doing these as early as possible. Doing it the week before an exam and assessment is not really going to help a whole lot as a diagnosis tool for memory or for pattern recognition. It'll help a little bit, but they're all benefits that you can really take advantage of much earlier on. There's good news though. There is a super easy way to do this, and that's what I'm going to share with you now. How you can do it in a really easy way so that you can take advantage of these benefits. So when should you actually start? Well, honestly, as early as possible, right? But of course, sitting down and trying to do a full past paper, 2-3 hours long, that's procrastination inducing. You just look at it and like, hell no way. So of course, that's not a great way to start early, is it? But there is a really powerful way that you can do it, and it's super simple. Every time you finish doing a topic or a dot point in school, right, each week, what I want you to do is I want you to get a single HSC question that relates to that dot point, and I want you to complete it, right, to do it there and then. Now, what's really great about this is it's going to mean that as you go through the term, you're actually doing a paper in parts, a question at a time. So it's going to reduce the need for you to do those full past papers, which are procrastination inducing, and it's going to enable you to actually get questions done earlier, which is really great. So why does this work? Well, first of all, because you're doing questions every single week, past HSC questions that is, what it means is you're actually applying the knowledge consistently, and that's going to be more effective from a memory point of view. Something that builds memory is frequency of repetition. So because you've got a higher frequency of repetition this way in doing questions, you're going to have better memory recall in the exams. Secondly, what it's also going to give you is, a diagnostic tool to identify, did you actually understand the stuff that you were taught at school or not? And so it gives you time. Right, you're not a week before the exam, you're maybe months before, so that if you don't understand it and you're getting these questions wrong, you've got time to get support, get help, ask your teacher, a friend, a tutor, so that you can really nail it. So that's 2 really critical reasons why this is going to be really powerful. The third reason though, why this works and why it's amazing, is that by the time you get to your exams and your assessments, you've actually completed a whole lot of past HSC papers without even realizing it. Because you've done them 1 question at a time, it hasn't felt hard or difficult, but by the time you get there, you've actually done a whole heap. And so it means that you're better prepared as well for those assessments and exams. So look, if you have any questions about how you can implement this strategy, leave a comment below. We'd love to help you nail this strategy for your Year 11 and Year 12. Of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We do videos every single week. And I will see you, that means, next week.